Hello and welcome to the City Show. I'm your host, Dr. Tom Krieger. On this week's show, we'll meet some of the cast from La Comedia Dinner Theater's production of, get ready for it, Footloose. That's going to be a good one. We'll also talk about an innovative fundraising effort called The Hunt for Good. We need some of that. Up first, with Election Day less than a month away, we want to give you an opportunity to learn more about the levy that's on the ballot to support mental health services in Warren County. We have nobody better to help us with that than Colleen Chamberlain. She's the Executive Director of Mental Health Recovery Board. Welcome to the City Show.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
Early voting started today. So that we're recording this interview. Some out there didn't get it, but the other ones are going to get it and help them understand this. So what does the Mental Health Recovery Board do for Warren County and Clinton counties?
In Clinton County. We're a two-county board.
Yes.
And we are actually defined by the Ohio Revised Code. We're a statutory entity, and we're responsible for the planning and the funding, the monitoring and evaluation of public mental health services. We're comprised of staff, myself plus staff, and then a 14-member volunteer board.
Wow.
And so we receive the funds from state, federal, and local dollars, and then we contract for those services.
So are you the service provider, or do you have other people come in and provide the services?
Well, that statute that I talked about does not permit us to provide services.
Okay.
So what we do is we look for contractors and providers and vendors to provide the continuum of services that we need for our mental health folks.
Okay. And how long has this current levy been in place?
Well, this is a renewal, and it first went into place in 2002.
Okay. Can you give us a couple examples of what's available as a result of the levy?
The levy works for everybody, first of all. So we are the crisis safety net. If you have a mental health crisis or a substance abuse crisis, we have a hotline that you can call. We also have mobile crisis response 24/7 to both communities if somebody's in mental health crisis, either in a hospital emergency room or in the community. So it was interesting, I was just looking at statistics today that 60+% of the people that we see in crisis in the community are not known to our system.
Okay.
So it really does affect all people in the system. We provide traditional services like counseling for kids and adults and families. We do, with these dollars, case management services, psychiatric services. We also have prevention services and promotions so that we work with school systems and work with kids' mental health in that capacity, as well as promotion so that people know what's available to them.
Wow.
And then the other piece that we do is recovery services, and that has to do with housing and with vocational services and peer support.
Okay.
So that's broad overview categories. It's, if you broke them all down, you would see lots and lots.
You said you serve everybody.
We do.
Across the board. Now, there's definitely times where I feel like I'm having a need for some mental recovery. How do you notice, or how do you know when a family member needs this help to seek you out? I mean, what signs, at what level of stress or breakdown, how do you know?
Well, it can be really at any level. It can be as you feel it coming on. Especially with the pandemic, we've seen a lot more stress and a lot more anxiety, depression.
Okay.
But there are different ways to communicate. You can call the hotline yourself. We have a text line that you can also text if you don't want to speak with folks.
Okay.
But if you notice something, ask your family member. How are they feeling? Because not asking doesn't help.
Communication.
Yes, absolutely.
How many clients are presently served by the levy? Because you said you got 2 counties.
We do have 2 counties.
That's huge.
So it is, and they're very different in their size and makeup. So, but if you look at it, we probably, for what we call client identified services, that's when we know it's a specific person receiving specific services.
Okay.
It's probably between 1,500 and 2,300.
Okay.
But we have a lot of client non-specific services. So when we're doing prevention in a school and we're working with a whole classroom of kids, we're not going to know every name. We're not going to open a case on those. If we're doing crisis services, if we may not know who that client is because it's a non-specific. We're going to provide the service whether we know who they are or not.
So you go into the schools on a regular basis to kind of stay ahead of things?
Our contractors do that, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I imagine if there was a bomb threat at a school, you guys would come in, or if a crisis where another student died, would you guys go in and provide that service?
Our providers are part of a school crisis team.
Yeah.
And they do respond.
It's an interesting, scary time that we live in. So what you guys do is awesome. So what issue is on the levy on the ballot now?
Well, in Warren County, the issue is it's issue 1.
Okay.
Clinton County numbers there is a different way.
Yeah.
So it's issue 1, and it's a renewal of a 1 mil levy.
Okay.
It doesn't increase the taxes. It's something that's already being paid.
Okay.
It's the average cost is about $2 a month on a $100,000 valuation of a property.
Okay.
So if your house is valued at $100,000, it would be $2 a month. That's already on your tax bill.
Okay.
That would continue.
Okay. And what's the current millage on the levy, and how does the average cost affect the homeowner?
So it's 1 mil, and it doesn't really affect the homeowner because it's already in place.
Okay. So this is all the expense that's out there. There's not other stuff. This is it. And
that's it.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Wow. Now, is the renewal going to cost us more than the current levy? Obviously not. You answered that. Yeah. And how has the pandemic impacted the need?
So we've seen a lot of increase in just stress and depression and concern about kids who were out of school for a long period of time returning and some anxieties. And so there's just been a lot of things that we've tried to be a little more proactive about as this has gone on, doing some early intervention in the schools with kids who are showing that they're having some symptoms or some concerns. And, we work very closely with the schools as well as the criminal justice system.
Okay. I imagine that the mask issue, and again, we can't avoid talking about that because that's something that we're in all the time. I imagine that's got to affect kids, as far as maybe being anxious or something. Have you seen any increase or uptick relative to the mask, in your opinion?
Not that I am aware of.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm sure that the schools would be able to answer that question much better than I can.
So how do you manage to control costs so increases aren't needed? Because it sounds like you've done a great job.
Well, first of all, I want to tell you we have an excellent board of directors, and they are very, and the staff is very, very cognizant of need to be good stewards of the public's money. So that's important to know. Secondly, when this went into effect in 2002, the collection was around $5.6 million.
Okay.
Now it's around 6.6. So it's grown incrementally over the years. But
over 18 years, that's all it's grown.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Because it's a renewal, it's not a replacement.
I'm going to say it. Yeah. That's amazing. Good job. Wow.
And $2 a month's a good bargain. But anyway, we also seek out all kinds of grants.
Okay.
My staff does, grant writing, as well as we get public one-time monies from the state or the feds for specific purposes, and so that can offset the use of local dollars.
Okay.
But overall, this levy provides for 51% of the budget.
I almost hate to think about this, but what could happen if it didn't pass? I mean, that'd be terrible.
It would be terrible. We don't like to even think about that, but there would be a lot of services, a lot of things that are not funded by the state and feds because that funding's gone down over the years that we would not be able to provide, and such as housing would not be one of the things we could provide.
This is the kind of issue that people would like to just turn their heads and pretend it's not there and it'll go away, but we need these services, and people are benefiting. And
a lot of times people don't think about us until they need us.
Yes, ma'am.
And then, they really have an idea of how important this is.
So where can our viewers get information about the levy? Where do they need to go to get more information?
We have a website.
Okay.
It's called citizens4mh.info. So, and make sure you put .info because I was trying to look at my own website and I had the wrong, I put .org. It's .info.
So you've been involved in this for a long time. You've been the executive director for 2 years. Mm-hmm. Okay. Why do you keep doing? There must be something tugging on your heart to keep doing this, because this is a special area. So what's the special thing that keeps you involved in this? Because the politics, the voting, everything else behind this, it's got a heart. So can you kind of share some of the heart with people?
Well, this is where my heart is. I've been doing this for a long time. I have family members and friends who have been affected by mental health issues, and I just feel like everybody needs us sometime. And it's important to make that impact so it's available to everyone.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Is there anything else, anything that I missed?
I don't think you missed anything, but I do want to say how grateful I am for the support we've had from the voters in the past, and we appreciate any future support.
Well, thanks, Colleen. We'll be back with the folks from La Comedia Dinner Theater right after this break.
Break your fast food habit at Kelly's Meats and Deli at 1001 West Main Street in Lebanon. Stop in for a quick lunch featuring made-to-order sandwiches, tasty sides, and mouth-watering daily specials. For dinner, Kelly's offers fresh-cut steaks, chops, and seafood, plus a variety of prepared dishes that only need to be reheated. You'll also find a large selection of high-quality wine and beer that can make any meal a special event. Kelly's Meats and Deli, open 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Tuesday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday, now open for dinner Saturdays 6 to 9 p.m. And remember, we cater too.
Since 1954, Hardy's Interiors has been providing quality furnishings for homes in and around Lebanon, Ohio. Today, you'll still find quality antique and vintage furniture along with new made-in-America furniture of all styles. At Hardy's, you can create a mix of furniture and accessories that truly reflects your personality, all made to last a lifetime. Designers are welcome, and so are you. Hardy's Interiors at 208.5 Wright Avenue or online at hardysinteriors.com.
An auto accident is a terrible thing to encounter. Oftentimes people look to getting their car taken care of, but they forget to take care of their body. At Lebanon Chiropractic and Fitness, that's what we do. We take care of your body with chiropractic adjustments, therapeutic massage, and therapeutic exercise. So if you've been involved in a vehicular collision, call our office at 933-9799 so we can take care of the body that counts.
Call now to schedule your free initial consultation, 933-9799. Your hometown source, the Lebanon Channel, is now on YouTube.
I know how fortunate I am.
Just search City of Lebanon, Ohio to connect with everything that's happening right here.
And that's going to be an exciting part about this walking tour.
Subscribe to receive exclusive local content available only on the Lebanon Channel.
Wow, Neil Armstrong's coming to my launch. I was so excited about that.
That's the City of Lebanon, Ohio, now on YouTube.
That's what makes this Lebanon, Ohio a great place to live.
Yeah. We're back with two of the lead actors from La Comedia Dinner Theater's presentation of Footloose, which opened a couple of weeks ago. We have Jonathan Smith, who plays Ren McCormick, and Mallory Georgia Marie, who plays Ariel Moore. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Jonathan, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from?
Well, my family grew up in San Antonio, Texas, which is kind of a coincidence. So I grew up wearing cowboy boots, kind of like everybody in Beaumont.
Beautiful river walk.
Yeah, we would go to the San Antonio River Walk all the time, and then we moved up north about 10 years ago, and now I live in Cincinnati. So
wow. You like it here?
I do, yeah. It's definitely it's a different environment than Texas. Everything's a little more wild and rowdy in the South.
So tell us a little bit about your role. I mean, you're the Kevin Bacon role, which has got to be a blast.
It is quite a blast.
Tell us about that.
Okay, so my name is Ren McCormick in the show, and I moved with my mom from Chicago, and we come to a little town in the South called Beaumont.
There's no dancing there.
There's no dancing in Beaumont. No dancing allowed.
No, my daddy won't allow it.
Yes, and basically, Ren is just an angsty teenager that wants to cause a little bit of a fuss, and so he convinces the whole town to dance, and we all get footloose.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And Mallory, where are you from?
I'm from Middletown.
Oh my goodness.
Yep, born and raised in Middletown.
And how did you get into theater?
I have been doing theater, goodness, for most of my life. My grandma actually, she worked out at La Comedia. I started here in 06.
Yeah. Wow.
So I'm showing my age a little bit.
Second generation.
Yes.
Yeah, that's exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's been a lot of fun. It's like coming home working at La Comedia. I love it.
Now that impacted your desires, maybe seeing an old show at La Comedia?
Oh, yes.
What was the show?
Yes. So I saw her in Smoke on the Mountain when I was a kid.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's like those country shows is really, really where I like to sit. So when they announced Footloose, I said, oh my goodness, there's some country music a little bit in there.
That'll be fun.
I can wear my boots.
Yeah.
And we'll have fun. Yeah, so it's a lot of fun. I'm really excited to be back.
And you play Ariel Moore.
I do.
Now your daddy, is he the pastor at that town too?
He's the pastor.
Oh my.
My daddy is the pastor. And we had some family trauma that happens that you find out in the show that caused the law for, the dancing to be abolished. And then in comes Ren, making everything crazy.
Troublemaker from Chicago.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because everything's better with dancing.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Wow. You need to go back to Chicago and tell them that. Stop the gunfire. Get them dancing in the street.
Stop the mugging. Just dance.
These gangs coming together and busting out the dancing. Yeah.
Exactly.
That sounds like the move.
How did you come to be selected for this show? Did they go out to San Antonio and find you? Or?
Oh my goodness. No. So I was actually working full time at a hospital, and there's just been a lot going on. And I was like, I was just on Facebook, and one of my good friends, Leslie Joe, who used to do shows here back in the day with Mallory and such, she tagged me in a Facebook post, and they were looking for a Ren to be in Footloose, and so I was like, well, I could always just audition. It doesn't hurt to audition. So I filmed a video audition and sent it in, and they called me a few days later and offered me the role.
So did you do this in high school and college as well, or?
So yes, I started doing community theater shows in high school.
So I bet there's a lot of people at the hospital right now are probably kind of bored. And they're like, well, if he could be Ren, I could be.
Exactly.
But you got a background in this. You're not just some orderly who's pushing things around, thinking, oh, this is boring. I wish I could be in Footloose.
Well, no, you're right. I definitely, I have done a good amount of community theater shows, but I am quite honored because this is my first professional role I've ever played. And so I've been able to learn a lot from all of my fellow actors and the veterans like Mallory here, and I'm just very grateful because I know
this is the role of your dreams, huh?
It's definitely a role that I've always looked up to and would have enjoyed to play.
How about you? How did you get selected for this role?
So I actually was doing shows out here a couple years back before COVID hit. And then when everything kind of happened, all our shows kind of, we took a pause.
So you're with La Comedia before?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yep. I've been with La Comedia for quite some time now. Wow. Yeah. So they called me and they were like, you want to play Ariel? And I was like, of course. This is one of my favorite movies. So I got super excited. And it's, like I said, one of my dream roles. And playing alongside him is so much fun.
Oh, yeah. We have
so much fun.
I can tell you guys have some chemistry. So as far as professionally, you've been working with La Comedia for a while?
Yes, I have been working professionally since I was 18, which is only like 2 years,
Right.
So, but I work here, Kings Island, all kinds of places in the area. Yeah. Random commercials, whatever I can get my hands on.
Pursuing your dream still, that's always neat to see, because a lot of people, I think, abandon it too early, and there's like a hole in their spirit that's just there.
Absolutely.
I think for me that was part of it too, is I was working and I enjoyed my job at the hospital, but I was like, this is an opportunity to do something that I love, and these kind of opportunities don't come all the time, and so it's like, just every time you get a moment to pursue your dream, I just want to grab those up because they're so special.
That's a good word for everybody. Now this movie, as you guys know, launched a lot of hit songs. What songs are we going to hear?
Almost Paradise.
Yeah, you'll hear.
We sing Almost Paradise. I think that's my favorite one to sing.
Oh yeah, me and Mallory in our first rehearsal of that song, we started singing it and we're like, our voices are kind of similar. This sounds pretty good.
It's really fun to sing that song. And then I sing Holding Out for a Hero, which is a huge one.
Okay.
And then of course you got I'm Free, Heaven Helps the Man Who Helps Himself.
So you got to have a background in singing too. I mean, I mean, for you to go up there and just belt it out and then they realize, oh, this guy's terrible. Send him back to the hospital.
Pretty much.
You got damaged vocal
cords. Send him right back.
So how much training did you have as far as singing?
Well, I have never really taken like an official voice lesson in my whole life.
Wow.
But my dad is an incredible singer. Shout out to you, Dad.
Okay.
Yeah, he has taught me everything I know about singing. He used to write music back when he was doing shows in college. And so he's given me every voice lesson I've ever had and taught me all of his techniques.
And encouraged you along the way?
Yeah. And then I've truly just learned from actors I have been on stage with and observed and just watched choices they make. And
you're one of them crazy guys. You're driving down the freeway and you're like singing at the top of your lungs.
Oh yeah,
right?
For sure.
Yeah, you can relate to that young lady. You're one of them too. Huh?
She's one of those professional singers.
Oh my gosh, no.
So you had the voice lessons and everything out.
I did not.
Oh, really?
No, you didn't know.
Wow.
I've never.
The things we discover here on the couch.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, I started singing when I was 2 years old in church.
Oh my
goodness. We had family bands all growing up. And we would travel the country and just sing and make music. I love to play any instrument I can get my hands on. Like that's my background is more the singer, musician, and then once I got a little bit older, I got into theater.
Now this is perfect. So those at home, if you've seen Footloose, are they going to see any other songs, or is this going to be like just like the movie, or was there any new twists, new songs, anything different?
Yeah. So I actually noticed when I went back and I watched the old film and the remake right before rehearsal started. And all of our songs, most of them, are backtracked in the movie. So if you go back and watch the movie, you can hear the songs that we sing playing in the background.
Okay.
Like Girl Gets Around is one that I sing with the bad boy Chuck. I think I hit my mic, sorry. It's playing in the background in the movie. So you can kind of hear those and get familiar and then come in and watch us pump them up to 10.
But that's the difference when you watch it live is these songs, the vocalists in this show are crazy and the songs just come alive. They are full of energy.
You know, I was thinking about this earlier as I was thinking about, this moment with you guys on the couch. And we got this right down the road in Springboro. And if you haven't been to La Comedia ever, shame on you. And if you've gone once, I bet you've gone 2 or 3 times. Because it's just, you get to sit down and eat with friends and be entertained. I mean, I know I eat at home on TV dinner, watch the TV. It's not the same, right? It's not the same.
It is not.
Is there any extra pressure associated with performing something that's familiar to the audience? I mean, do they have, he was good, but
so.
He's no Kevin Bacon.
Oh,
no. That guy.
No, it's definitely
right?
No, and at the end when we go to the prom and we're all in our tuxedos, just that iconic moment in the movie, I can just hear the audience just be like, that is because that's there's so many people who are so familiar with the movie and they want to see
Yeah, they come in looking for the girl with the red boots. They come in looking for specific little things like that. So it's really exciting.
You can't see her boots, but she's got white cowboy boots.
I do have white cowboy boots.
She's almost in character. There you go.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. I think Mallory and Ariel are a little bit similar.
So there was another remake?
Yes. So there's the Kevin Bacon movie, and then there's the remake. I know Ariel is played by Julianne Hough.
Okay.
And I know that Willard is played by Miles Teller, who I love, but I don't know who plays Ren.
I can't think of his name.
So does this storyline still hold up in 2021? Come on.
Yes.
No dancing.
No
Parts
dancing.
of it.
Yeah. I think there's definitely a lot.
Maybe in San Antonio.
Maybe.
I definitely think there's a lot of things that you can take from this and relate to what's happening in the world right now. And everyone, like I kind of mentioned, there's family trauma that happens with the Moore family. There's stuff that happens for Ren and his family, and how that kind of shapes individuals and how that works into the culture of where you are. I think that's all really important and stuff that you can kind of take from this fictional story and put into real life.
And on those lines, we have both talked about how there's moments in the show when it just hits home for us, as individuals. And those moments, you can't make those up. The audience will feel that. And and those are the kinds of things I think people can go home and really apply to their lives, because it's very impactful.
That's cool. So tell me some more stories. It's been running for 2 weeks. Okay, so has it been a good turnout so far?
It has been a really good turnout.
Capacity?
Yes.
Really? Good.
Yes,
so they're selling out now?
Yes, we are selling a lot of tickets. So if you want to get tickets still, you need to
You better go.
Get on it.
Yeah, October 31st is the last showing, I think?
Yep.
Yeah.
We do 8 shows a week. Thursday through Sunday. So you can get your tickets online at lacomedia.com.
Okay. Yep.
Get all your information.
You call
there.
a theater and you reserve your table. And
okay. Now, I'm not sure if you got this, but Jonathan got really excited about this. This is a professional gig. All right, so they do have some great food there. Just make sure you get to that table before Jonathan does.
Oh.
Okay?
Yes, we get to go down first.
Yeah, okay.
If you see somebody coming through with like a whole plate of sweet potatoes, that's me.
Yeah.
Okay.
She eats a whole plate of sweet potato souffle before every show, as she should.
As I should.
So besides the sweet potato, what other menu items are pretty popular?
So we have...
For those who haven't been there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We are famous for our cod.
Yeah.
We have a white battered fish.
I get that every time.
Oh,
Yeah, it's really good. There's baked ziti, the cornbread. My southern roots went hallelujah.
Yeah.
The cornbread is great. There's beans. What am I missing?
Well,
there's always like ham.
There's like
beef.
carved ham and beef every time.
Yeah.
The rolls, you got to get at least 2 rolls.
Oh, the fried green tomatoes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There's
now,
apples.
is this a show kids are going to like too?
My son liked it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, when mommy's on stage, it's
okay.
But there are a lot of really funny moments. He really loves Willard and the comedic.
Okay.
The comedic relief that Willard brings.
How old is your boy?
He's 5.
Okay, so that's a good age.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about my grandson and bringing him down, and I think he would love it. He'd probably jump up on stage
That would be great.
and mess with you guys.
There really is something for the whole family, because there's those action-packed dance numbers, and then there's the intimate moments. And,
yeah. There's always the kids in the front row still
I was just
jamming,
gonna
even
ask
if they don't know the songs.
how have the young people reacted? Do they get to get up front? And
They can. If you sit there in A row, they can get right up there, and we're kind of dancing
we sing
in your
right
face
to them at points.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Recap on the ticket info?
Yeah, so if you visit lacomedia.com, you can, there's a little tab that says tickets, and it'll give you all the information there. There's different prices depending on what seats you want. And then it'll give you the phone number, and you can give them a call, and the box office will answer and help you pick a seat.
Wow. Yeah. Well, thanks. Jonathan, Mallory. Hey, after the show, what's really neat is you go through like a viewing line, and you get to see the actors. If you heard about it from the show, and you see these wonderful people, remind them you saw them here first. And if you haven't made plans to get out there, get out to La Comedia, because it is fabulous. You guys do a great job.
Thank you.
It's right down the road. You don't have to go to Gatlinburg. You don't have to go to Vegas. You don't have to go to Broadway.
It's a little taste of Broadway.
Yeah, it really is right down the road. Guys, thanks. Appreciate you. And what's after this show? Are you aware of what's coming up after Halloween?
So for me, I've got some other contracts lined up for Christmas.
Yeah.
And then next season, I know we're doing Godspell, Phantom.
Okay. Music Man. Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah. Do patent leather shoes really reflect up?
Okay.
And then there's West Side Story.
West Side Story.
So do you guys try out for those, or do you look and go, eh?
Yeah, so they post auditions for every show, and if you're interested, you just come on out and audition. And
So there's some shows you're like, eh, others you're like, woo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think like it's just like you look at the show and you're like, is there a potential that there would be a place for me in that show? And so and it just depends on, I don't know for sure what my plans are. I know Christmas time this year I'll be working at a Christmas tree farm, but next year I'm looking at Beauty and the Beast.
Belting out Christmas songs.
Yeah.
This guy, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. I can see Beauty and the Beast. That'd be awesome.
That'd be super fun.
Yeah. Guys, thanks a lot.
Thank you for having me.
Really delightful young people. It's always fun to meet people pursuing their dreams. We'll be back to talk about the hunt for good right after this break.
Both my legs were amputated due to an IED. It's when you start to try to get back into like an everyday life. I absolutely felt like I lost some of my purpose. There must be something more. When DAV came into my life, they gave me a new mission. I could still be a productive member of society, could still support a family.
The DAV gave him that sense of structure and purpose again to get his life back together.
Visit DAV.org to learn more about our mission.
Me and my boy Matt had it good. He had catnip that was off the hook. But one day, he brings a girl home, and she's allergic to cats. Every sneeze was a nail in my coffin. Now I'm in a shelter. It's decent, but they don't even have Wi-Fi.
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes and you come to mine. This is it, first impression, my way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or being the first one to always step up. No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
Well, there you have it. The Hunt for Good is coming to Warren County. It's part fundraiser, part scavenger hunt, and part history lesson. Here to sort out all the details are Kathy Mishlik and Chelsea Thomas Carrison from the Abuse and Rape Crisis Center of Warren County. Ladies, welcome to the City Show.
Thank you.
Yeah, what a service, a heart service that you provide. And this looks exciting. Can you tell me what you have planned with this?
Well, the Hunt for Good is a fairly novel idea,
Yeah.
and we have come to the conclusion that people need to have fun while they're donating their dollars to a very worthy cause. Yeah. So that's why we called it the Hunt for Good.
Yes.
It is a treasure hunt, like you said. 3 of the hunts are online, and 1 is an actual physical hunt where you will go out with your friends and family who have registered, find a little wooden box hidden in Warren County. So we have a little hunt designed for any age group, any interest. You win a key if you win a hunt, a virtual hunt. You win 3 keys if you win the physical hunt.
Huh.
There is a key that opens a treasure chest. Wow. And that treasure chest has $5,000.
Oh my goodness.
So we're excited. We get a lot of comments from folks that hear about the Hunt for Good that they're excited too. So we're hoping that the month of October, we get a lot of folks not just excited, but registering. Your registration is $50.
Okay.
It's a 100% donation to the Abuse Rape Crisis Shelter. So
now that's $50
every penny.
Per person or per team?
Well, there is a per person or per email.
Okay.
So it's $50 per email.
Okay.
Now, if you want to work in a team,
yeah,
you could have team members that don't have a registration, but honestly, it would be to your advantage.
I'm telling
if you have more than
it's $5,000.
I know.
I want a team.
You better have
right?
a team, right?
Yeah.
And you know, if you get to register, put your email address in there, you get a guess for every hunt.
Okay.
So if you have a team that has more than 1 member registered, you can guess more than once.
So when you register, do you have to have your team formed, or can you just show up with your team?
Absolutely, you
Okay.
can just show up, and once you're registered, you'll see a lot more information on the website, thehuntforgood.org. And there's where you're going to find the information you need to register, to find out about all 4 of the hunts, how to register team members. We don't coordinate the teams, so that's up to you. You go ahead and register, get your friends and family to register, form a team.
This is exciting. I'm
have
getting
fun
excited
looking for,
just listening you talk about this.
Look for that
Yeah.
treasure, and it'll be a good time. It really will. Last year, this is Chelsea.
You did this last year?
Last year we weren't.
I didn't know anything about $5,000.
No, we didn't do it last year.
All
Last
right.
year we couldn't do our gala, and that's our primary fundraiser for the Abuse Rape Crisis Shelter. So we came to the conclusion as a board that we need an event that we can do no matter what, that folks will enjoy doing, and hopefully will raise the money we need for a vital service.
Hunt for Good.
The Hunt for Good.
It's a hunt with a cause.
I mean, who came up with this? Was this Chelsea?
Oh,
She came
yeah.
up with this?
So Kathy and I have had the best time doing this fundraiser.
Brilliant.
It really has been something that has put the fun back in fundraising.
Nice.
And
she's just boom, man. Yeah.
So we hope that you guys get really excited about this. You're going to start seeing these out around town. So scan this QR code, form your team. I hope you guys win a $5,000, but it's going to be a lot of fun even if you don't win the $5,000. We do also have another opportunity to win money. So if treasure hunting isn't your thing, we're doing a raffle hunt.
Okay.
Or a raffle prize. You can actually go and buy raffle tickets, and the grand prize for the raffle is $500 and a key. So you might get a key that opens that chest.
It's not the key, though. It's not.
It could be. It might be the key that opens $5,000. But if you do open the chest with that key, we're going to give you $500 additional dollars, but not the full $5,000 because you just had a raffle ticket. But we will divide the rest of the money up through the people who have the other keys.
Now, if you sign up, you get a free raffle ticket too.
Yep, right? Yep. So you can just for signing up get a free raffle ticket. You could win $1,000 just off the raffle. Yeah.
Now tell me about the history of Warren County. How are you tying in Warren County history, uncovering Warren County history?
Well, there's a lot of work that's gone into the Hunt for Good to prepare it for where we are today. There are clues that have been designed for this event that center around Warren County history.
Okay.
Not every clue, but there's a lot of Warren County in the clues themselves, and you'll learn a lot about your community just by going through the event. So we partnered with the Warren County Historical Society. We have designed some clues that are fun. Some are pretty easy, quite frankly. Others are a lot harder. But I hope people have a lot of fun. Every one of the hunts has 4 clues, and the virtual hunt would be, look, I'll give you an example. It'll be somewhere in Warren County. So you're looking for a hidden item that's hidden online. So the first clue might get you to Lebanon, Ohio. So you know it's in Lebanon. The second clue might get you to the Golden Lamb.
Okay.
The third clue might get you to the lobby in the Golden Lamb. And the fourth clue is something that you could go to the Golden Lamb's website and actually see a picture of online. So it could be the rug in the lobby of the Golden Lamb in Lebanon, Ohio. And if you're the first to provide that information in an email, you win the hunt. So you're basically looking for a hidden item that you can find online after solving the clues and submit your guess. And again, it's important that you register everybody in your team or more than one, because you only get one guess per email.
You need to have someone who's tech savvy.
A little bit tech savvy.
In your group. You can't, you just can't get your van, or you get Scooby-Doo and a couple of shaggy friends. You need someone who's got some smarts with the computer.
Well, you could do that, but it won't get you anywhere. I mean, you could have fun doing that, but that's not going to help you win the clue. But I encourage families to consider doing it with people who have a history here in Warren County, maybe some folks who are 60, 70, 80, whatever age, along with their grandchildren or children who may be a little bit more familiar with online. Get together and have fun as a family around this and learn about Warren County.
You know, the Historical Society is such a treasure, and it's neat to see that you get a free membership to the Warren County Historical.
No, not membership. No, just an
free pass.
Yeah, there's
free
a big
pass
difference there.
To the Warren County Historical. So what's included with the pass?
Well, you'll get to figure that out when you register, because your registration,
Kathy,
I'm not telling you anything more, no advantages here. The pre-hunt will get you to a place that will help you do your very best.
You're not going to give me any clues now to put me ahead of.
No,
okay,
no, but so I have to tell you the first hunt starts November 3rd, but we have a pre-hunt, and it's like a little mini hunt, and it's happening right now. And we've heard from some people who have finished the pre-hunt, they're having a blast. They're like getting together with their team, drinking bourbon and their iPads.
Is this? I'm sitting on a key. No, it's not here.
It's not here. It's not
It's
here.
almost like you got to be a professional scavenger to. I mean, it's multiple days, and they're out there too, aren't they? There's like a culture of scavenger hunters, and you guys are tapping into them.
Yeah, but you don't have to be a professional scavenger hunter to do this. I think that if you want a kind of taste of what it's like, register, go do the pre-hunt, and it's pretty simple. We had a test team do it, and we did it in probably an hour with the traveling that we had to do, but it was very fun.
That's neat. And again, just a reminder, all proceeds are going to benefit survivors of domestic violence and sexual assault. And that's what you guys really do, right?
Yeah.
Help people who've been through that. And how long have you been involved with that organization, helping people?
Yeah, so I've worked at ARCS for 6.5 years, and this agency just does so much for the Warren County community. We will help at every level with survivors. So if someone calls our crisis line and just wants to talk, we'll do supportive listening, we'll talk to them, we'll help them make a safety plan so that they can leave safely from this situation that is happening to them. But we will also go to the hospital. So if the hospital calls us and tells us that someone is there who has been sexually assaulted and asked for an advocate, we will go and support them through that. We operate a 24/7 domestic violence crisis shelter, and that is in a place in Warren County that is undisclosed, so that we can really make sure that we can get this person safe, and then we have resources to help them along the way for the next chapter. We do aftercare services, so we won't just like let somebody leave and then we are like, okay, goodbye, good luck, but we will actually help and support them through those milestones of getting housing, of getting a car, finding a job, helping them through different barriers. We'll pair them with a volunteer that can help them to overcome those barriers. Maybe it's childcare, things like that. So we do a lot with our intervention services. But in addition to that, we also have prevention services in schools. So we have tons of programs, but all of them are some form of character education, character building education, anti-bullying. As we move higher in the classes, like as the kids get older, we'll talk to them about more serious things. So making sure that before they leave high school, they know, what does a healthy relationship look like? What does an abusive relationship look like? How can I help my friend who might be in an abusive relationship? How can I maybe stop something that I see happening that is wrong? So we try to give them the tools to make sure that them and their classmates are living healthy lives and have healthy relationships.
That's well said and well framed, okay, because I mean, before somebody picks up the phone, they're going to want to know all that stuff, and the fact that you put that out there. Kathy, how about you? How long have you been with this organization?
Well, I've been on the board for 3.5 years. Okay. So when I retired from Ohio State University Extension, I made this a real focus of my attention and my time. it's been my honor to do so because, as Chelsea mentioned, it's an amazing organization, and the work they do is vital to our Warren County community, and I would love to see people step up and not only better understand it, but support it. And the Hunt for Good is a great way to get started with just $50 and have a whole lot of fun. So we're hoping that this will become an annual event. Right now, we'd really like to see a lot more people registered. We know people wait to the last minute. The first hunt starts November 3rd. That's, what, only 4 weeks away?
Coming up.
It's coming up.
Yep,
So
I'm putting a shout out there for all you wannabe scavengers. Get off your butt.
That's right.
Call. When does this all begin again?
November 3rd.
So you don't have, and how do you sign up?
Well, thehuntforgood.org.
Okay, we got that on the screen.
That's on the screen. That's the website you would visit. Find out more about the Hunt for Good, and click the little button that says Join Now. It's a little pink box. Just look through the website, join now, and contribute $50 to an amazing cause, and then have a lot of fun with the hunt.
And if you don't want a scavenger, contact you anyway.
Well,
and
get on the
supporter,
website.
right?
Get on the website. The raffle ticket button is
Good.
a little further down. I think they're 3 for $10.
Yep.
So anybody can contribute to the Hunt for Good in either being a registered hunter or a raffle ticket purchaser. So we need your help and would appreciate all that anyone can do to help us with this cause.
Has there been a special area designated for the funds from this? I know you guys got it. You're in a new building, or you're in a new location of an older building.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful building.
It's a beautiful building. It's on Main Street.
Yes.
And anyone in Lebanon may be familiar with Software Solutions. It's the big brick building on Main Street. We were able to acquire that last year, and significant renovations have been done on the inside. And yes, that costs money. We are blessed with an amazing staff, a very supportive community, but there unfortunately is a lot of work to do.
Do tax dollars support the work of what you guys do?
Chelsea can speak to that.
No, we are entirely funded by grants and donations. So we do not receive any of that funding. So we appreciate anything that you guys have. Even if you don't want to participate with this initiative, our website has a floating donate button on it always, so set up a recurring donation. October is actually Domestic Violence Awareness Month as well. So those are some ways that you can help and get involved.
So tell me again, who can participate and how do they sign up?
Well, anyone can participate. As long as you're 18 or older and live in the United States, you're in. Again, I think you'll have the most fun if you do it in teams. I think that if there's a few folks who are computer savvy, that'd be great. But also I think the older generation may find this amazingly fun because there's a lot of Warren County history and you'll make some amazing memories together by doing the Hunt for Good. So we're hoping that people thoroughly enjoy it.
I love the name, Hunt for Good. You can say you were at the first annual Hunt for Good, because this is going to be annual, because it's going to be epic, and you got to get out there and get to it. Is there anything else? I don't want to miss anything, because what you guys do is so amazing.
Well,
good luck.
Yeah, good luck, hunters.
Hunt is on.
The hunt is on. The hunt is afoot.
That's
so
awesome.
Register. That's primary.
Go get yourself that $5,000. Team up. Yeah. I can see some people, $5,000? Yeah, get excited about that. Ladies, thank you. We'll be back to wrap up the show right after this break.
Everywhere that we go, he makes people laugh and makes people smile, and I feel like I have that quality.
He's the one who always takes me fishing. I watch golf with him. And
I watch him cook because when I grow up, I want to be a cook too.
We have the same faces like this.
Dad is the one, when you fall, that picks you up.
That unconditional sense of presence and reassurance is really what makes him my father.
You made this vacation happen, cleverly merging promotions.
Double points with every purchase.
And cross-referencing travel sites. Aloha! If you can ace your vacation, you can do it for retirement. Get on track with tips at aceyourretirement.org.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Hey, we're back. I'd like to remind you that on Saturday, October 16th at 10 a.m., Janet Lastly, an Ohio certified volunteer naturalist, will lead a program on wild edibles that you can pick and eat right in your own backyard. The program's at Miller Ecological Park. Meet in the parking lot. Bring your walking shoes. The program is free and open to the public. Everyone is invited to the Lebanon Job Fair on Wednesday, October 20th in the Event Center at the Warren County Fairgrounds. There will be 2 sessions from 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. and 5 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. It's where local employers will be on hand to meet and interview prospective new employees. This job fair is brought to you by the City of Lebanon, the Ohio Means Jobs Office in Warren County, and the Lebanon Area Chamber of Commerce. Well, that's all we have for today. Thanks for watching. We're going to be back on October 20th with a look at the new Warren County Jail. We'll see you then.